put these fullers in on the horn like Mark Asprey does. Gives it a really nice feel when you're using the chisel. Start on the cutting edge. He wants an edge like this one I made myself a few weeks ago. It's a straight edge one. Straight down one side, bevel on the other. And I think I showed you me cutting with this chisel. Cuts like a beauty. And this is a bit longer. I made it especially for hot cutting, which he won't be doing. As you can see, I've got that nice fuller in. Really good for it. So that's what I'll be doing with these three. ready for grinding. I'll stick the third one in, get it ready. You want 3 different sizes on the cutting edges. Little small one, bit bigger, bit bigger. So that's going to be the small one. That'll be the bigger one, and this will be the biggest one. Door handles I made the other day just for fun. Inspired by John Swide from Blackbear Forge. Just a little bit of a design there. I love doing these, good fun. Originally these weren't high enough, so I just stuck them back in the other day and made them so you can get a hand under there. Back. Hi guys, Len here. Sorry about earlier on, the battery went out on me when I was doing those chisels. I finished them now. I just got to do a bit of grinding. First of all, I'd like to thank Grandad's Forge for that shout out. I want to give you a shout out too, mate, at Grandad's Forge. Thanks for that. Then he had a list of other people under there, and I went and had a look at a few. Didn't have a time to look at all of them, but I'll get around to that. And I'd like to give out a shout to What the Forge and Ivy Forge. I've gone and had a look at some of their things, and they're doing good. It's good to see all these other guys having a go and all that. So, yeah, keep going, guys. You're doing really well. Now, I noticed Grandad said, sorry mate, I don't know your first name. My name's Len, of course, but I will pick up your first name. I'll get there. I noticed he was saying that when I'm showing stuff, he'd like to see some more of my tools on one of the shelves. So I've mucking around and made a few extra shelves the other day. So I'm going to show you some more of my tools, mate. Let's go and have a look. I got all sorts of stuff in here. I've got a butcher, a spring butcher. I got that idea from Blackbear Forge. I just made this the other day. Welded 2 bits of 25mm bar. Not forge welded it. I've tried forge welding it. Haven't done much of that at my forge, but I stick welded it with arc welding. As you can see, I've ground it a bit off, but anyway, that's going to be a little swage. I got that. I've got some things in here. This one is like when I'm doing riveting. Oh, here's the 3 chisels, guys. I might as well show you them while I'm at it. You wanted 3 different sizes, so small one, a bit bigger, and the bigger one. And this little hardy thing goes in there. Hang on, sorry guys. I'm just going to put these over here. I think I showed you them before. I made them the other day, a couple little hands. This has a V-shaped swage in it, and I've got 2 holes for two different size line rivets. Back over to here. A flatter I made quite a while ago. I've got that. I've got this little T-piece thing that goes into the vise when I'm doing certain jaws, V-bit tongs. Put that down so this will hold it up. I made this the other day. It's a cut off, handheld. I've got it on a 45-degree angle so I can have it straight when I'm cutting. This is for when I'm doing certain type of V-bit tongs. This one. So when I made these the other week, I didn't have this, but when I make more, I love these sort of tongs. I love this style. I saw these farriers doing it in America. Handy young bloke he was. Chris someone. Anyway, what you do is when you go to chisel the V part, the square bit there, here. Gee, it's hard video on one hand. That bit there sits down in that valley there, and then you could start chiseling. So I've done that. That's handy. This is going to be handy. So I've got that there. I've made nearly all those tongs. I've made about 15 or 16 now. There's 2 or 3 in there that I haven't made, but the rest I've made. Okay, granddads, what do we got here? I got this thing off John Schweitzer, an idea of John Schweitzer. A template thing. I think, what do you call it? For doing scrolling template sort of thing. Another little swage thing, round one. This is supposed to be for doing when you're doing round spring. This is a spring fuller. I made that a few weeks ago. Horse head hook. I love doing horse head hooks. Any sort of hooks. I've got a bending fork. Another idea for John Swat that you put in the vise. Very handy. I made this the other day for a blacksmith challenge. Bulldog hook. Oh, bulldog face didn't come out too good. Huh. Anyway, there's that hook. A hardy bickern that goes in here. So if you want to do smaller work, you got the square one and then round one. That's that. I don't know what you call these things. It goes when you want to get something off the anvil, put that in the hardy. I got another hardy one. It's a bit thinner. Could be used for drawing out. Of course, I've got 2 or 3 different hold fasts. I made this thing the other day for doing those tongs for doing the round curve, start off the round curve bit. They had a special handheld, beautiful looking thing. I didn't have that. Another hold fast, mate. Another quick little thing I made for doing those tongs. That's just doing that. The other little bit that goes in the harney. That's a twisting one. Another cutting chisel with a welded on handle. This works really well. Mate gave me these old chisels from man eyes of mine, and I've got my beautiful. I got these at a little market down where my sister is in Fernvale in Queensland last year, and it didn't have any handle, so I've never done much woodwork, so I just got some wood. Someone gave me some really nice wood, and I put this handle on it. I use this a real lot. It's very solid, beautiful. One of my favourite tools. Love that. That's about it. Made these extra little shells the other day so I could separate all my different files. So that's about it. Oh, down here I've got tins of punches, chisels. This is that chisel I was telling you about. This chisel here's a beauty. Used it today actually. Cut off the tip for me other mate's chisel. When I was doing this big one. Of course, you know what it's like when you're forging. This was coming round, and so I used that chisel I just showed you to cut that off. That looks like it's a bit dented. It is a little bit. I've still got to grind that for him. So hopefully that turned out alright. They've been hardened and tempered. I think you can see a bit of the colour still in there. And as I was trying to say when I had the forge gun, I like putting this recess in that I do over the horn, like Mark Asprey does. It just gives you a nice feel when you're holding it. So I just keep doing that now. So anyway guys, there's those finished chisels. That's my little grinder. It's not a real expensive job, but it does the job. That anvil there I've had for 30 years. Maybe a bit longer. I bought it years ago when I was working on the Snowy Mountain scheme. I was doing horseshoeing. Learnt horseshoeing when I was young bloke. And I've just kept it ever since. I'm glad I did, because I wasn't doing any blacksmithing for years and only got back into it last year. Modified forge. This is working really good now. Really good. I mean, it's this wide. I forget how wide it is, but I've even made it a little bit because I've only got these little burners. But put extra bit of insulating brick in there. It's quite wide enough for what I'm doing now. If I have to make things bigger, well, I'll have to get a bigger burner. I'd take those extra couple of bricks out and widen it up, but she's going really well. Really well. Out the Gamico hose. And I love this one because I could just go it straight onto me gas bottle, and I got that from Gamico, my gauge. So that's it, Grandad. Oh, a couple of my hammers down there. That's just a store-bought one from Bunnings at that hardware shop here in Australia. That's my first ever little rounding hammer I got off a farrier when I was learning with him years and years ago. My first rounding hammer I bought from a guy from Etsy. It comes from Slovenia, I think, somewhere overseas in one of the Yugoslav states. £3. Good hammer. And this is my little favourite from Paul Pinto in America. Paul Pinto, young bloke starting off, and I just loved the way he did stuff, and so I'm going to support him. And I bought this. Had it a few months now. This is a £2. Look at his nice mark, USA, made in the good old US of A. Look at that, Paul Pinto. If you guys get a chance to go and check his channel, check him out. He's a good, handy young bloke. Knows what he's doing. Alright guys, I'm going to have a cup of tea. My right wrist is sore. I get a bit of arthritis, so even holding this it's getting sore. So guys, I'll catch you on the next one, and thank you for watching. And this is Len signing off. Bye for now.